Good afternoon, dear student. Today I am going to demonstrate the posterior aspect of the back. Now, as previous classes, we have studied that there is the incision line for the dissection of the back portion of the body. So, this is the incision, first incision 1 from the cervical spine C7 to the T12 vertebra. Second one from the C7 to occipital, external occipital protuberance, or you can also give an incision from the external occipital protuberance along the midline up to the T12. Now, third incision, this is the oblique and lateral incision, is from the T12 vertebra going laterally, obliquely up to the, this is the deltoid tuberosity, up to the deltoid tuberosity. And fourth incision is given from the cervical C7 vertebra. This is the transverse incision, fourth, from the cervical C7 vertebra to the acromion process of the scapula. Now, in this way, we can raise the skin flap laterally. Here you can see this is the skin along with the superficial fascia, deep fascia, and varying amount of the fat here. So this is, we can reflect both side of the flap, and now here we are able to see the superficial muscles of the back. There is the total 5 muscles in the back. 2 is the superficial and 3 is the deep muscles. So here this is the trapezius muscles. This is the triangular in shape, trapezoid in shape. That's why this muscle is known as the trapezius muscle. This is the latissimus dorsi. Here you can see these fibers, the latissimus dorsi muscles fiber, and again this is the trapezius muscle. Here this is the trapezius muscle. Now, as I see that these 2 muscles are the superficial muscles and 3 muscles are the deep muscles. So when we want to see the deep muscle, then we will open the superficial muscle or cut the trapezius along the medial border. Now when we cut the trapezius, then be able to see these 3 muscles. Here you can see this is the levator scapulae. This is the levator scapulae muscles, and below this is the rhomboides minor muscle. This is the rhomboides minor muscle. This is the levator scapulae. This is rhomboides minor, and this is the rhomboides major muscle. Rhomboides major muscles is the broadest, as we can see that 2 times broader than the rhomboides minor. Okay. Again, I want to demonstrate one thing, that there is the triangular spaces. This is known as the triangle of the auscultation. This here you can see this is the triangle of the auscultation. In this side also you can see this is the triangle of auscultation. So boundary of the triangle of auscultation is this is the angle of the auscultation. Now again, boundary of the angle of auscultation, this is the scapula. Okay, so this is the medial border of the scapula. So this is the lateral boundary of the triangle formed by the medial border of the scapula, and this is the inferolateral border of the trapezius form the medial border of the triangle, and this is the base is formed by the upper portion of the latissimus dorsi. In this way, this is the triangle of the auscultation. So clinical important. Here when you put the stethoscope, then you can easily hear this sound. Okay. Now this is the triangle of auscultation, and clinically here we can also hear the sound of the auscultate the sound of the inferior lobe of the lung. Once more triangle is here also. This is known as the triangle of the Petit. This is the this is the here this is the angle of the Petit, and here this is the iliac crest, and this is the external oblique muscles, and this muscles is the latissimus dorsi. Here clinically is importance is that there is the sometimes occurrence of the lumbar hernia. Okay, thank you.